Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians Cast, episode 996. I am your host, Matrix Lloyd 212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
Got four more before we stop saying the title and the number.
I know. What's up, Daniel?
Hi.
What's up, Hayden?
Hello, cats and kitties.
What's up, Mike D?
Hello. Shit.
What's up, Patrick? Okay, silence is golden. What's up, Sally?
What's going on?
All right. What's up, Scott?
No hair gel tonight for me.
Oh, here we go.
Don't be belching.
Okay, so before we go crazy about, we're going to talk about oxygen or Missy. Today I went absolutely ludicrous because David Tennant and Billy Piper are doing a second season of the Big Finish audios. The first season had Catherine Tate as Donna Noble. So now we got Billy Piper back, and she's going to be Rose Tyler, and her mom's going to be in it too. They're going to fight the Ice Warriors, amongst other things. So I immediately went crazy, and I said, you know what, the heck with it. I am going to order the audios with David Tennant, the three of them. So I did it on my video. Boom, it's coming, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday. So we're going to be doing audios after Real Whovians Cast 1000, okay? What's up, Gloria?
Hey, Gloria.
Hi, Gloria. Hi, Gloria. So we're going to be doing audios. Hey, Gloria. Can you hear us? We're gonna, okay. We're going to be doing audios after the Real Whovians Cast 1000th episode, okay? So we're going to start with David Tennant, and we lost Gloria. All right.
God damn.
That's
All
because
right.
she heard audios and she was like, nope, I'm out.
Gloria. Gloria, hear us? It's the Google Snowball. This is what happens.
Gloria.
Gloria! All right, Hayden. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to it.
Comments for that one.
I know. All right. So anyway, what do you think, Sally? I'm going to start with Sally now. Sally, what do you think about David Tennant and Billy Piper?
I think it's awesome.
Do you ever listen to the audios or no?
I listened to a few, but not very many, but yeah.
Well, that's just not right, Mr. Mike D. All right. Yeah, so anyway, I'm not an audio guy, but I will be after this David Tennant purchase that I had. Now, Gloria, I think, is having difficulty, but we can't hear you, Gloria. Are you muted? Oh.
She's like Michelle Gomez. She's gone.
Right. Well, there's another thing. You want to talk about that, Mr. Mike D?
Well, you can bring it up. We could
comment. All right, Chris, you want to talk about the article?
I didn't want to necessarily move away from the audios because I think people were still wanting to talk about that.
All right, so the audios here. After the Real Whovians Cast 1000, we're going to start doing audios. And we're going to start with David Tennant's first season of the 3 episodes. After that, who knows, okay? But for now, we are going to do it. Now, there's also an open invitation to the Real Whovians Cast 1000. And there's going to be some rules here, okay? We're going to come in here to talk about Doctor Who, all right? Anybody wants to come in that is not part of the regular crew is welcome, so long as everybody is at peace. And we just talk about Doctor Who and get on to business. So the invitation is open. Contact me on Facebook, Google+, Tumblr, Twitter, or wherever. All right, so that's that.
Are you gonna make a special? Are you gonna make a special anniversary lasagna for the cast? For the
No, I am not. Okay.
So you're not going to provide the sweets or anything like that?
No lasagna, no hair gel. That's it.
Will there be alcohol?
And I will not be drinking alcohol. No, I am the host. I'm doing hosting duties. So no alcohol.
I bet you I will, though.
You probably, maybe you'll be belching and all that other stuff with it. So I don't know.
That's the product of Steel Reserve, the 211 beer that I have when we do the cast. I had an inquiring fan that was interested in what was causing me such gaseous expulsions on air, and that's the Steel Reserve 211 beer. So free product plug for them on the show.
I thought the cause was oxygen. No, I guess not. All right. That was a bad one. That was a bad one. That was a bad joke. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
All right. Well, there you go. All right. So now
we can bring friends on the 1,000 cast.
Yes. As long as we don't have A, B, C, D, E, F, G of the 1,000 cast, and we keep our windows closed. Anyway.
Whoa! Hello.
Can I bring a fucktard on?
Would you stop it? Anyway, so Chris, why don't you tell us a story about Michelle Gomez? What happened?
She's gone. That's it. Case closed. She's done. No, no.
Sorry.
But no, yeah, she's leaving Doctor Who.
So she's done filming? She's done filming her last scenes and everything?
I guess she filmed a regeneration, right?
I don't know. For her words, I'm paraphrasing here, were basically, I'm done, it's over. My friends are leaving, so I'm leaving too.
So she did.
Come on, the writing's on the wall. John Sim is back as the Master. It's gonna happen.
Right. Well, I mean,
he's back.
Well, I don't know if he's permanently back, but I mean, he's back for this episode or episodes. But Peter Capaldi, she praised Peter Capaldi, praised Stephen Moffat. Everybody's leaving, so of course we're gonna have a new Doctor, new Master, new companion. She did say something that happens in the finale, though.
She did.
She did say that, you know how the Doctor is open to being friends with Missy now, and even though she did all these evil things, she did say that something's going to happen in the finale that's going to remind her that she's evil, and I guess at the worst possible moment, she's going to do the most horrendous, evilest thing that's going to really end on a sour note. I guess the relationship with the Doctor and the Missy is going to be really destroyed forever, and they're going to be enemies completely, never to be friends again. So
you notice that everybody this season has like memory loss?
Yeah.
Like the Doctor can't remember that he's like supposed to be a good guy, and Missy can't remember that she's a villain. They're going to have to start writing this stuff down on like their hands or something. You know, that's going to be something Chibnall has to do. Like, oh, Doctor, remember, you're a good guy.
Yeah. And even Bill is acting different every episode. It's like,
yeah, because Bill keeps jumping around whether she's a loner or she's a socialite.
Did anybody feel like really disturbed when she was about to die and she screamed out from her mom?
No.
You didn't get like disturbed, like, oh, that's like sad.
Her mom's dead. I mean,
I know, but that was weird, don't you think?
That was my favorite scene when they turned her into a big. They turned her into a big wogsicle. It was great.
Oh God.
Frozen wogsicle, yeah.
I mean, that was I don't know why people don't like the episode. I really liked the episode a lot, but there's a lot of people that don't. What I see. So
I went back and I was going to rewatch before I gave my verdict. I'll give it a 6.5 to a 7.
Okay.
What a stinker! What a stinker of an episode.
Yeah, I'm with Hayden. I didn't think it was like that fantastic. We talked about that in the last episode, though.
Yeah, but this one should be interesting. I mean, you guys see the clips about the Pope showing up in Bill's house?
That was great.
Which she's trying to hook up with. She's on a date with this girl, and like the Pope and the whole Vatican show up in the TARDIS.
Yeah, that was good.
The Star Wars to play the Pope.
It's a good thing there weren't any children around in that living room when the Pope showed up. That could have been quite a messy scene.
Oh, stop it!
With
Stop
him in
it! Stop it! Stop! Stop!
I love the children.
So, do you think like Moffat is going to have like a heavy-handed slap against Catholicism in this episode? Because
I think he's testing the waters with different things. I mean, we've never had an episode with the Vatican, with the Pope, anybody conferring with the doctor about anything, as far as I remember.
Religion in general. With any sort of religion, really, like, we haven't really...
I mean, the last time we saw something like a priest
yeah.
or something was like Chris Fenric, right? Or something like that. I mean, so, I mean, I don't
like
know.
The last mention we got of anything to do with Christianity or Catholicism was back with David Tennant saying that he Easter or something with Jesus, where he was... Remember he said something about chocolate on Easter when he was doing that on the bus?
Mentioned something
Planet
about
of
that.
the Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. So, I mean, again, I don't know. This is the beginning of a 3-part story. The Doctor is blind. I guess the Truth Monks are going to be in this. They're going to make their first appearance. We see what's behind the vault. We see Missy. Is there any truth to the matter that John Sims' master is in this as well, or we don't know that? Anybody know that?
Nah.
I've heard he's going to be multiple episodes.
Right. I mean,
not just one.
Not this one. Maybe not this one. But we're nearing.
I heard that he shot for 4 weeks. I heard that he was on set for 4 weeks. So
4 weeks. Okay.
4 weeks of filming. Yeah.
So if the Doctor's blind and he can't cure that, is that wasn't there something we read where Bill was going to shoot him or something? Was that?
I mean, supposedly he's going to use regeneration energy. Supposedly, or
well, that's what I was going to say. Is that what's going to start? It's going to allow him to tap into some of that regeneration energy to heal his eyes, and he's going to have to kind of sluggishly kind of go through the rest of the series.
I'm wondering if that YouTube clip that we saw with Bill and a disguised master, if it's going to be in one of these 3 episodes. That's what I'm wondering.
That's probably going to be in the finale.
In the trailer, in the Series 10 trailer, when the Doctor, when his hand's regenerating in that clip, did he have his sunglasses on in that shot?
No.
Like, do you guys remember? I just remember seeing his hand and him in the background. I didn't know. Because I'm saying if his sunglasses are on there, maybe he regenerates being blind, kind of thing. And he doesn't feel it to the end of the season.
No, it's going to be rather quickly that he heals. It's not going to be the whole season he's blind. It's going to be like within the next 3. What?
I feel like it would be a better impact if he was blind. I feel like if he was permanently blind, it would have a stronger impact.
But see, the thing is, even though he's an alien, he still can't see. So how is he going to fly the TARDIS? Or I mean, he already did fly the TARDIS.
Probably got the console.
He just negotiates.
Wave his hands around you. Okay, that's the demutualization circuit. Demutualization.
I mean, I guess you can pilot it with his eyes closed because he did. So, I mean, there you go. A lot of practice, I guess. But, yeah, I think that he's going to get his sight back at the end of this episode. And then as far as him holding back regeneration goes.
Yeah, that might be the lead into that second part.
I'm going to call that Missy kills Nardole.
Around him,
so. I was thinking Missy was going to kill Bill, possibly.
Well, she's going to kill somebody in the finale, and then he's going to completely turn on her.
That's
the whole thing.
I don't think anyone would give a shit if they killed Nardole. I mean,
Nardole's a robot?
Yeah, I think he's got robot parts. I think his consciousness is in there sort of like reverse, like River in the library. But then again, they try to make it that he is somebody else. Like, in other words, that before he lost his head, that's not even his real face, that I don't know if he was a criminal or he just swapped in faces in that century.
So,
which is.
I wonder whether it was the real Nardole with River during the Christmas episode. Then
no, it is the real Nardole from the Christmas. No. Supposedly before that, like before that Christmas episode with River.
I wonder. There was a character. He played a character in. I think it was him. No, it wasn't him. But. There was this penguin-like creature in the monthlies who could.
Frobisher was his name. Frobisher.
Yeah, Frobisher. Thanks. I'm wondering if that's a subtle hint to Frobisher. Then that character
could be. I don't know. I don't know. I think that Missy's gonna. Well, here's the thing. I mean, they're both in the finale, right? John Sim and Missy. So what if Missy goes to kill somebody because she's she's going back to her evil ways, but John Sim is leaning towards the good ways because he's going to regenerate to Missy. So what if she does something evil and then John Sim turns on Missy and just shoots Missy where she has to regenerate or something? You know, because his master is going to be going to becoming friends with the Doctor. That's what's, I guess, is going to happen because he's going to become Missy. So, you know, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think, Sally?
She's
What do you
on
think?
mute.
What do you think, Scott? What do you think, Sally?
I mean, it could possibly be. I mean, she might kill Bill. You know, because he's not in. She's supposedly leaving, so we don't know.
Right. And I mean, I think it'll be a dramatic effect to see that with Nardole and him in pieces. And then just Bill is like traumatized that Nardole is like in pieces and she's talking to him and he just, it's like a Handles thing, you know, where he just, that's it. And then it's like, you know, maybe Bill goes after Missy or, I mean, somebody's going to cause a regeneration.
Missy or Sim's master probably will do the whole thing. Okay, you've got a choice between saving two people, but it's only, I mean, one of two people. Nardole's one, Bill's the other.
Well, I guess from what we got from her, she's going to be a good guy with the Doctor, but then decide, nah, when everything is at its worst moment.
The whole thing where, okay, she probably sees something in Nardole or the Doctor where, you know, he's going too far over, so you got your choice. You either stop me or let one of these two people go.
Right. All right. Okay.
Because we don't sit like you said. She's not technically in the regeneration time. So,
well, what do you think, Mikey? What's going to be the resolution of this episode coming up? I mean,
I know nothing really about it except for those creepy things are in that. What's the rundown on the remaining episode titles?
Trying
to put it into an overall context. Because
we got
Pyramid at the World.
Yeah, that's the second episode.
And then from there,
it's Light of Land is the last part of the what do you call it? Pyramid at the End of the World is after Extremis, and then the Lie of the Land.
The Lie of the Land.
L-I-E as in truth or lie.
Yeah, Lie of the Land. So I don't know. And then after that, I believe it's gonna be the Ice Warrior one.
Good, finally.
You know,
I want to see the Ice Warriors, and I want to see the Draconians return. Something fierce.
What are the chances we get the meddling monk back this season?
Yeah, I want to see the headless monks myself. I'm wondering if this is why they've got these.
No, meddling monk. He said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I probably.
Remember the Time Lord from the first Doctor, the Time Lord.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Is that the one he shrunk down into like shrunk him?
He actually looked like a monk, and he went against the first Doctor, and he was like the first.
Yeah, but the
Time
Doctor
Lord we
shrunk him down, I think, right?
Yeah, but he could come back. I mean, you know, that's probably a way for him to get out of the Time War if we shrunk him down.
Could be.
I don't know.
All right, so
we need. Yeah.
We got the after the Light of Land is the Empress of Mars, which is the Ice Warrior one.
All
then
right.
it's the Eaters of Light.
Now, what is that about?
Let me see. Do we have anything on that? I don't have anything on it at the moment. But then we have the World Enough in Time, and the Doctor Falls, which I think is stupid title. So Doctor Falls.
Did you hear the theory going around that? So basically, the Earth that we're on this season is actually Mondus. It didn't actually disappear.
Yeah,
I heard that.
The whole Earth. Yeah, the whole Earth is Mondus, and the Doctor's trying to hide Missy from getting out because Missy's trying to go back and kill the first Doctor before he stopped the Cybermen so that Mondus can live again and all this sort of stuff. And that's why the first Doctor's in there, because it's actually Mondus that they're on with the.
But that doesn't make any sense if she wants to be friends.
So similar to Attack of the Cybermen.
But if she wants to be friends with the Doctor, she wouldn't go back and kill him. So that doesn't make any sense. And that's not a real.
Yeah, but
that's
maybe
not
she doesn't
real.
want to
That's
be friends.
speculation.
No, that's what I just saw. Someone did the video on YouTube.
Yeah, it's just speculation. Because again, it's got to make sense. And if she's friends with him, she wouldn't want
But
to
this
kill him.
guy came up with. Yeah, but this guy actually released this video and the theory before it was even rumored that David Bradley would be appearing this season.
I see.
So it just seems a little bit, because it said that it's Missy and the first Doctor in the vault. It's the first Doctor and Missy in the vault.
The first Doctor and Missy?
Like he's hiding the first Doctor away. Yeah, together in the vault.
That's interesting.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
We'll see.
But,
I guess we'll see.
yeah.
Well, it would be funny.
It is her in the vault.
What?
Well, it would be funny if it's the first Doctor, because the last thing anyone would want is for the first Doctor, who was a complete jerk to everyone, to handle it himself. That may be why the Doctor and Narda like.
Well,
Do you know
the
what
first Doctor wasn't a jerk.
down there realizes what's going on?
What's that?
That's why Nardo. Maybe that's why Nardo said, "Do you know what's gonna happen when our friend down there realizes you're blind?"
Talking about Missy. I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm talking about what if it's the first Doctor?
No,
Just the first Doctor.
Talking about, because when he's talking that the person's a villain. So because he's not talking about a friend wouldn't care, like whatever. But if he has a villain, then they'll take advantage of him being blind. Sure. So I don't think the first Doctor's in the vault at all. I think it's Missy. Pretty sure.
So here's a question for you: is if you guys don't think that John Sims coming back as the Master be by the end of the season,
He is coming back.
No, but you don't think he's going to take over when Missy leaves. So who do you think's going to take over as the Master when Missy leaves this season?
The Missy regeneration into the new Master. That's
who's that going to be? Do you have any idea who you think that's going to be?
I think that they're not going to show her regeneration. I think they're going to show her regenerating in maybe her TARDIS or something, and then you're not going to see it.
Okay.
Because Chibnall has to choose the Master, and now he's going to be forced to have his Master right away, and I don't think he wants to have the Master in Series 11, maybe Series 13.
Well, the weird
Do
thing
you think that's why they... Yeah. Do you think that's why they maybe bring John Sim back? Because Chibnall said he wanted John Sim to come back, so...
I mean, Chibnall could use John Sim's Master.
Yeah.
As a jumping off spot or a link to the new Master.
Or something could happen.
We had Anthony Ainley as the Master for like 12 years. So like, surely we could have like John Sim as the Master for 15 years or something. Like, it doesn't have to be a new Master just because he was there years ago.
Well, wait, let me just say something. Maybe something happens with John Sim where Missy's prevented, and she's an anomaly of time, where he stays the Master, he doesn't regenerate when he's supposed to into Missy, and everything changes. What if that happens?
I just thought about this. This is, like I said, real far-fetching. But what if the vault is a door to another TARDIS, and that's the Masters or Missy's TARDIS? Those are those doors to.
That's a good idea.
What if it is a TARDIS? What if the vault is a TARDIS?
Could be.
Like, that's just a different door. That it took the form. I don't know. It took the form of a university or something, and the main doors are down in the underground.
That would be cool.
University, but remember, because in Attack of the Cybermen, the Doctor's TARDIS, he got momentary control, even though it's funky. Momentary control of the chameleon circuit, and at one point in time when they arrived on Mondas, they were louvered doors. So it's a good possibility that it was just the doors are the vault doors are connected to, or just.
I think that
just call it the vault.
I think the Doctor battled Missy in 1963, and he knew that if she would stick around, she would alter just about every one of his adventures from 1963 on. So he had to keep her locked in the vault so she catches up with time, and then he releases her in 2017.
Well, to get to the vault, door being leading into a TARDIS. Remember in Keeper of Traken, the clock was the TARDIS, and
Yes.
the clock door opened, so it doesn't have to be the whole university.
But he could have
Yeah.
disabled. He could have disabled her TARDIS where it can't go anywhere.
Like he did with the monk.
I think you guys agree with me though. Like, there's a car in front of me that says this vehicle is protected by, and it has a TARDIS on it.
That's cool.
There's a little sticker on this car in front of me. Anyway, yes, I think you guys will agree with me when I say that it's not a very exciting reveal to be Missy inside the vault, because we just saw her last season. So like, there's not really any mystery if it's a character we just saw last year. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
If this was the Master's first ever appearance in 2005, maybe. But like, because we just saw Missy the last two series, like, the big mystery of who's in the vault when we know Missy's in the season, it doesn't really seem like a big reveal at all.
Right.
Yeah, and,
Like,
there's
I
too
feel
many.
like they could have done something a little bit more exciting.
There's too many variables that are rather enigmatic at this point too, because we know that Capaldi is going.
Yeah.
We know that Missy's going. We know that John Sims is going to be showing up. We know that the first Doctor is going to be showing up. So and we don't know what's going to happen with Nardole or Bill, but there's no indication that they're going to be transitioning into the next series, right? So how does all of that shake out where it all works together?
Well, they throw Clara into the mix, and that will straighten it out, I guess.
Oh God.
Oh my God!
No.
Vault has never existed.
Oh.
Listen, wake up, because it's happening. She's going to be in the Christmas special.
What, the
Check
Akaten girl?
Missy and check Claire in the
The
vault.
Impossible Girl. It's going to be in the Christmas.
Wake up, Akaten! That was the worst episode I've ever seen.
She is going to be in the Christmas special. So
Dude, the little girl from the singing episode.
no, Clara and the diner TARDIS.
No, not the Diner TARDIS. That was the
Yes.
worst thing I'd ever seen.
That's going to
That was
be.
so bad.
That's going to be. You want
Is
some
the
eggs?
Shielder going to be in it too?
You want to
Is there gonna
travel
be a
to this
Shielder?
time? Yeah, that's what's going to be, man.
Diner was really stupid. It should have been a school.
What?
So Maisie Williams is going to be in the Christmas special.
Wait. The TARDIS should have been what?
No, it should have been a school rather than a diner, because she never worked in a diner. She was a teacher.
But
It should have been a school.
it was the
Yeah,
diner
that's a good
because
idea.
no,
The school's a good idea.
it was the diner because that was something
Was that the
familiar that he
same diner?
remembered. That's why she took the form of the diner. Because he remembered it with Amy and Rory and River. That's why she made the TARDIS mimic
Yeah,
it to
that's
look
it.
like that.
Yeah.
That's why it's
Set
that's
for the
why it's the
National.
diner.
Right. We're still stuck on the most worthless companion of all time, Amy.
Amy's not the worst companion.
Yeah, she is.
Absolutely not.
Sure.
What do you mean? Bill is like not that great.
Okay. They're doing really slow with her. Bill is fine.
Well, hurry up because we're halfway through the season.
I'm okay with Bill. There's nothing to Amy other than she was hot.
What was the coolest thing she did? Whoa! Or get in! I mean, what has she
The
done?
worst,
No, the
the
coolest.
worst companion ever was the redhead from the Seventh Doctor.
Mel,
No, she was the worst companion ever.
Bonnie Langford.
She was terrible. She was terrible.
She did
Saber on Glitz. She went with Saber on Glitz.
No, it's still Amy.
No, Adam was the worst companion ever from Series 1.
Thank you, Hayden.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you know who would have been a fantastic companion? I would have watched every episode religiously.
Would
James
not.
Corden. If they got him on as the
Oh.
companion, that would have been great.
They need to do like a. They need to
That would
do,
have been.
get him back with Matt Smith and just do it. One
Well,
more.
like, do you remember they said when they were doing the pre-production on Series 7, James Corden said that he was talking to him about coming back, but it never happened. He
Yeah,
never
because
came back for that third episode that he was going to do.
With the Sea Devils, they were supposedly having
Yeah,
a honeymoon. They were having a honeymoon, him and his wife, and Matt Smith was supposed to come out of the water, I think from Hawaii or something, with a snorkel or something, and then Sea Devils was going to be chasing after him. He's like, ah! Yeah. That's what was
That would
supposed
have
to
been
happen.
great. Why the fuck did they not do that? That was the best idea I've ever heard.
Maybe because he has his own TV show now, like his own hosting show on which is very popular, by the way.
That's so disappointing. That's such a good idea. So good.
Couldn't they have the Puddle Monster team up with the Sea Devils?
Maybe the Spoonheads too.
And I know, let's not forget they could also have the Crust Monster start creeping out of somebody a Sea Devil's eye.
One of these days, somebody's going to do a book about this, and they're like the lamest Doctor Who villains in history.
Well, I mean,
I'm the only one disappointed that Craig didn't come back because, like,
I wanted Craig to be back too. Yeah, I agree. One more time.
That was the best 2 episodes of Matt Smith. The closing time and the lodger. They were great episodes.
We fell out.
I loved them.
They were good. They were good episodes. Yes. Man, we're dropping off like flies over here. Everybody's leaving.
Are you in love with me?
I found what was so funny. I know we're getting off topic, but what was so funny is I found an episode. I mean, found a YouTube video where the Doctor and Joe are going across a minefield, and you see
is that Carnival of Monsters or no?
No, the Sea Devils from the last from the.
Oh, that was the minefield.
Yeah. First he jumps on the wire mesh to keep it down, and then they do this hopscotch around almost, and he uses his sonic screwdriver trying to get through there, but then on the way back they use a different means of getting back. I'm thinking, this is hilarious.
I just watched Time of the Doctor again this morning. Remember Time of the Doctor?
Yes.
That was actually a pretty good episode. Like, I don't like the ending where, if you love him, help him, but like...
I love that episode. Oh, God. I love that. That's so cool. Help him.
I like the idea that there was still one crack left in the universe, and that's how the Time Lords punched through. They were trying to punch through, and that they had to know the question to come through. But the Doctor was there 900 years, and all it took was for Clara to go, help him, and they go, okay, sure, here's some regeneration.
Yeah.
No
why
worries,
don't they have a statue of Clara in Gallifrey? She's the one that saved them from the Time War. She convinced him not to kill him. So why isn't there like a statue of Clara in Gallifrey? That's what I don't understand.
Here's a question. I watched Hellbent again.
Okay.
No, you go, Mike.
No, there may be a slight delay. I was just going to say to add to that comment that was just made about the statue of Gallifrey, the Time Lord society, their culture is too prideful to have a non-Gallifreyan honored to that high level, I would think.
But one of the million selves of Clara is Gallifreyan.
Well,
you've got to remember, you've got to remember that when we saw the Time Lords in Hellbent, this was directly after they were trying to execute the end of time and turn themselves into the creatures of consciousness and that. So
they're dicks. Yeah.
So they weren't appreciative of anything. They were just dicks.
No, they didn't give a shit. Yeah.
But let's also not forget.
So that was my question.
The policy of Gallifrey pretty much is that unless they're temporal sensitive, you can't bring them to Gallifrey. That's why he couldn't bring Sarah Jane when he was called.
That's not true.
Well, that's what they made it.
Companions in Gallifrey? That's not true. There's been companions in Gallifrey.
That's what they made it say. That's why they...
No, he just didn't want nothing to happen to her. That's why he left her behind.
No, he said...
My question is to you about Hellbent.
Hold on. Wait. Go, Mike.
No, I was going to say, actually, he's right. In that episode, he said that, there was an indicator that went off, and he's like, I'm being called back to Gallifrey, and he had that look on his face of worriment, and she's like, well, okay, let's go, whatever, and he's like, well, no, you don't understand, humans can't go to Gallifrey. I mean, he made that clear when he said that.
Okay. Well, but they changed that afterwards, though.
Yeah, but he could have been giving her a line for some reason, like he was planning on coming back to get her, and it just kind of didn't work out that way.
Right.
In Hellbent, when they go to Gallifrey, how long after the end of time and when they froze it in the other universe, how long after that is the events in Hellbent? So how long has it been since the Doctor did that thing in the 50th?
How long are they at the end of time?
No, how long? Like, because you know when the 12th Doctor pops up on Gallifrey after he goes through the dial. When he pops up on Gallifrey, how long has it been on Gallifrey since they were frozen?
Isn't it? Because he was in the confession dial for 4.5 billion years, but to them, was that 4.5 minutes?
I thought you said before it was like it ended up ending up being like 3 weeks or something.
Well, no, it was 3 weeks of his life, but how long was it for Gallifreyans? Was it 3 weeks also?
Well, what's their 24-hour period? Have they established that?
I don't even know. But I mean, I think that they were at the end of time for a little while. I mean, I would say a couple months, right? Or like maybe a month or two.
Well, there's Moffat for you. He just throws shit around. It doesn't really give an explanation. He just gives the idea and lets you fill in the blanks.
Well, actually, no, maybe they were there longer because Rassilon didn't look like Timothy Dalton, so maybe he either got older or it was a different incarnation. So,
I still want to. I want to figure out. Like, obviously, the Mondasian Cybermen are back, and Doctor One is back. So, how is that fitting in with Capaldi's regeneration and Missy? Now that she's leaving, they're going to kill her.
Supposedly, it's a crazy journey. Like he's depressed or something, and it's just you need Clara to lighten the mood, I guess. I'm guessing.
Someone he's attracted to again.
Huh?
You need someone he's attracted to again.
I mean, maybe the gift would be he gets the memories back of Clara before he regenerates. And then he's happy.
Have we established if Missy, like where she is, what that incarnation of the Master is in the overall timeline of the Master? Because
she's after John Sim, but we don't know if she's the incarnation after John Sim.
How do we know she's not? Do we know that she's not before John Sim and just a displaced?
She's definitely after because she referenced the event at the end of time, kind of. You left me. You abandoned me. She went back with Rassilon.
Yeah, but she could be talking about not her incarnation, but you know, it's like if you think about one of the previous Doctors, like in like 3 Doctors or 5 Doctors, referencing something that happened to one of the others, but they're all the same person.
You know what? Anything is possible.
Yeah.
but, I mean, because Moffat did want to change history and make it that the 9th Doctor just didn't regenerate to be Rose, that he was in the Time War and he went to kill everybody, which that's why Christopher Eccleston said no. But I don't know. I really don't know what Moffat could do. He could do anything. But I'm leaning towards the fact that it's John Sim, then it's something, then it's Missy. Something like that. If it's not Missy right after John Sim, I think there's another incarnation there.
So what do they do with John Sim then? If he's coming back, if they're going to kill Missy and not kill him, is he just going to run off?
He's going to stick around probably for Chibnall, because Chibnall probably wants to write for him, maybe. And maybe they'll throw David Tennant back in there for an episode, like a multi. I'm sure with Chibnall, it's a greater chance for a 2-Doctor team up because he wrote for David Tennant for Broadchurch. So it's a really good chance that the 13th Doctor will probably team up with David Tennant's Doctor. You know, and let me tell you something, ratings is ratings. So people would want to see David Tennant's Master go up against John Sim one more time. That will be a rating draw.
Well, the fangirls would go nuts over that.
Oh, good.
But it's not just the fangirls. I mean, the ratings are dropping, though. Didn't you see the latest? I mean, wasn't the ratings for Oxygen, weren't they terrible?
Well, I think that if I remember, Knock Knock was somewhere around, was it like 40th or something for the ratings or something? Or
let me see what the deal is with Oxygen.
Because it's on at a bad time in the U.S. too. I mean, they have it on at like 9 o'clock. I mean, you know, like you and I TiVo it. We just watch it when we get a chance. But I mean, like, people usually
but you and I tend to, even though we recorded, you and I tend to watch it at 9 o'clock because we're talking about it while we're watching it, like on in the commercial breaks or whatever.
Yeah, well, we just started doing that last couple episodes.
Yeah,
it's just having to work out that way now to do it that way. But I mean,
Yeah.
before it was just like sometimes I'd watch it like a day or two later.
Yeah. Okay, so the pilot had 4.64. Smile had 4.25. Thin Ice had 3.76. Ooh. Knock Knock had 4.32.
Nah.
Oxygen had the lowest of the season, 3.57.
Damn.
Well,
But then again, if you rate it by something else,
they saw how terrible Knock Knock was and figured, like, the next episode, why should I bother?
Yeah.
but then again, there's that 83 index, 83, 84, 83, 83. I don't know what that is, but supposedly that's 85 or over is excellent. So I guess that's a good category because it's 83.
Well, they need to redo how they're doing the ratings, too, because people they're utilizing other means of watching the show now.
Yeah, DVR in it. Yeah.
And the thing, well, no, even worse than that, the thing that's working against them is, I mean, we know plenty of people in this community that they don't bother watching it on BBC or BBC America. They'll watch it on some pirate site.
They'll do it either on iPlayer or do what I do, like.
Well, we're not going to mention what you watch it, but they watch it on something that's early, that's in line with the UK. So that way they know what's happening.
Yeah, they don't want to feel like they're behind because they air it at 9 o'clock in the US, BBC America. And at that point, I mean, people in this community, obviously it's a very, it's a very tight community in that, like, people are connected. There's a whole network of, like, the community of fans. And they don't want to feel like they're left out of watching it when our brothers over in the UK are getting it early in the day, and we're having to wait till like 9 o'clock at night. Meanwhile, what's their choice? They're not going to want to stay away from the message boards and group chats and all that stuff. They're going to talk amongst themselves, but they don't want to be screwed. So it's kind of like it works as a detriment against the BBC for their own show to be doing things the way they are.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, is there a real reason not to air it earlier in the U.S.? I mean, I understand, like, it just seems, I mean, in the U.S., people are usually out on Saturday nights at night.
You know what it is? It's a 5-hour difference. So in other words...
Yeah, it's like because I know I figured it out one time. Like Joe says, they generally do it around 7 o'clock their time, which would mean it would be like noon my time or 1 Joe's time.
I mean, what is it?
Yeah, I was going to say
it's 5 o'clock, right? They have it at 5 o'clock.
It's 6 hours for me. I know that.
Yeah, at 5 o'clock they have it, and we have it at 9 o'clock. So if they put it here at 5 o'clock, then nobody would watch it because nobody watches. Like, what's on at 5 o'clock here? Like golf?
Okay, it's 5:07 a.m. there right now.
But what I'm trying to say is,
I know.
Our culture, everybody's out on a Saturday at 5 o'clock, or they're having dinner. So nobody's going to watch Doctor Who at 5 o'clock because all that's on is stupid stuff like golf and right, Mike. I mean, like sports and whatever.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you would think that they would air it earlier because I mean, if there are a lot of kids that watch the show, it's a family show.
Yeah, but in America, I don't think people would watch it at 5 o'clock. It's too early.
But you have to offset that with is it a benefit or a drawback to do so? Because
they did it before. They did.
Well, hold on. You're saying I'm not taking issue with what you're saying necessarily. I'm just posing a question for us all to think about and discuss. It is if they put it on. You're saying people are out, they're not around at that time or whatever. But then the fans who make up the core fan base of the show, they would be more apt to be around and watch it at 5 as opposed to 9 at night.
Right. But then again...
So what are you getting versus what are you losing?
Because they want to have, like, whenever they promote shows, it's always at nighttime. They have the commercials and everything, and it's like always 9, 10, mostly 8 or 9. So that's the targeted time. So if they promote something at 5, it wouldn't make any sense, I think. So, I mean, whatever. Look, we could cheat too and watch it early. I don't want to. So... I'll just wait till BBC America has it tonight.
Because I know when I first became a fan of Doctor Who, there was a way back in around 83, 84, the local PBS station, they changed the time. And
Yeah,
oh
that's-
boy, there was a conniption fit over that.
Yeah, that
Well,
was
yeah,
big.
well, see, the thing, like all of us are around the same age range, give a number of, small number of years, one way or the other. When we were watching the classic series, it was like you're saying, Scott, it was like on PBS, and that came on my time at like 10 o'clock at night. But these were
We got it at 9 o'clock on us.
Yeah.
We got it on Saturday night at 9 o'clock or 8:59, and
But these
Saturday night on NJN, New Jersey Network,
But these
channel
were-
58.
But these were not new. They were new to us, but they weren't new to, like, things are done differently now. We were playing catch up because we were watching the library of what was already shown years and decades before. But we didn't have New Who at the time, so that it didn't go into play. We didn't have to worry about that because the people in the UK had already seen this like decades ago or years ago or whatever, or even a season ago when like Sylvester McCoy was on. We would get it like a year later, and then they would go through. Sometimes you'd have to wait like for them to catch up to whoever the current Doctor was again to get like the latest 2 seasons of Sylvester McCoy. But now the show, with it being in current production, it's
And
a
with
different
the internet and all that.
Oh yeah, the internet. Yeah, absolutely, and different means of watching the show. I mean, I recorded with the PBS station where I'm at. Just had Arc of Infinity. They just showed over the weekend, and it came on at 10 o'clock at night, which is fine because I mean, it's an episode. I mean, I've seen it. I mean, we probably have all seen it, but I mean, that's not an episode.
Oh, yeah.
But no, yeah, because initially they had it on in the afternoons, and then
They had 3 channels. They had channel 21.
Oh boy!
They had channel 21 WLIW, channel 31, and channel. There was 3 channels that I know of that had it. I used to watch it. Channel 21 had it in parts, where part 1 would be of the episode on Monday, part 2 Tuesday, and channel 31 had it in parts, but channel 58 had it in its entirety on Saturday night.
I'll tell you what was stupid. I remember growing up on a Saturday, any given Saturday, it would be like at 1:30 they would play one episode, not like a whole serial, but like
Right, that's what we're saying, in parts. They had it in parts.
They would play that. Like I remember, I recorded like Horror of Fang Rock, some random episode from that particular title, and then later at night they would play actually the whole episode of something from like Peter Davison's era. So it's like, why are they doing that broken up like that?
They flipped it around. Yes. Yep. They definitely.
So it's like, I mean, you had to wait around like a month to get like every 30-minute episode, whereas like if you just waited till at night, you would get a whole episode, but it would be like a totally different Doctor, and that would throw people off.
Yeah.
So it's like, because I recorded like Keep Our Trockin', like the last episode of that, and I
mostly everything had 4 parts most of the time.
Yeah, it is. And
With the
generally,
exception of like John Birchwood or Tom Baker's episodes, they were like long, but most of them had 4 parts, like Peter Davis.
There was a lot of 6-parters with Tom Baker and John Pertwee.
Yeah, longer stuff.
those are generally left for like the final of the season. I noticed.
Yeah.
I think Peter Davison was mostly 4 parts, and there was
with the exception of one of them was really short.
Yeah, one was 2 parts. That was that Arc of Infinity?
Was that a King's Demons or something?
Well,
or was
Time
that,
Flight. Was it Time Flight? Was that short?
Yes, but the
the
shortest one was Black Orchid. It was only like
Black
50.
Orchid.
Right? Was that 2?
That was the only historical adventure too.
Which
Yeah,
one was
but
Time
maybe
Flight? Was Time Flight the one where they're at the airport with the Master and he takes over the airport or whatever?
Because it had Adric, everybody's favorite and connected companion Adric, Nyssa, and Tegan.
That was the one at Heathrow.
That's where they picked up Chameleon, or at least that's where Chameleon was basically introduced.
They just had that on like the previous weekend, because Arc of Infinity is the episode that follows that, and it was just on this past weekend. So yeah, Time Flight was like 2 weeks ago. They had
King's Demons, I think, was the shortest one.
That was a 2-parter, I thought.
Yeah.
Is it just easier? Is it easier to sell like for syndication purposes, like here in the U.S. for the BBC?
I think it is.
To not do the show like they used to, and just do it more like Americanized, where you have like 12 or 14 episodes per season. And
I don't even know. I mean, I don't know what works now, what doesn't work with that stuff.
Well, they never had we haven't actually had a part 1, part 2 in the title since End of Time, have we?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Russell T Davies said he never wanted to do part 1 and part 2. Like every episode is still individual, even though it's part of a big story. Like so, I said because I remember originally part 1 of the End of Time was called the Final Days of Planet Earth, and then part 2 was the End of Time. But then they changed it to both being End of Time because he thought it was just more fitting to have the last 2 episodes be part 1 and part 2. But now, like nowadays, I don't think we've ever had part 1 or 2 with Moffat ever, have we?
No.
We've never. No. No. There was. Well, Moffat had the finales always part 2 parts.
No, but it's never been like titled. It's never been titled.
Oh, it's never
part
like
1, part
okay.
2.
Yeah. End of Time part 1 and part 2 were out. It was over an hour, well over an hour, and so was part 2. Yes. No one's ever had it like that. No one has ever done.
So do you think Chris Chibnall will have literal part 1 and part 2s in his titles?
I think absolutely.
You think so?
Yes.
But we've never
I think
had it.
Chris Chibnall is gonna do long episodes. I think.
So you think there's going to be episodes titled part 1 and part 2?
I think that's a strong possibility, and I think it's a strong possibility that instead of 45 minutes, it's going to be a 90-minute episode.
What if they change it up? Like I've been hearing about this happening. Like each series is called Doctor Who with a subtitle, and every episode is like every series is like 8 parts of one big story. Like so.
It's all about budget. If they have enough budget to do it.
Well, you know, like Stranger Things. Like every season is one big story with different chapters each week.
Well, yeah, that's like Trial of a Time Lord. You had like the whole thing was Trial of a Time Lord, but it was broken up to Mind Warp, Terror of the Voids, Ultimate Foe.
Yeah, but like next series is probably going to feel like Doctor Who: Return of the Daleks, and it's like this huge, big part thing. I don't know. We'll see. So
we got a comment on the live chat. Mr. Phillip said he's very offended by the WOG circle comment. LOL. So.
Shut up, you WOG.
Oh, stop it. What's up, James?
What's up? Sorry I didn't get the link.
How are you, sir?
The demo, we were just talking about him in
Dude, so what did you think of Oxygen?
I was just watching Gotham. Sorry I'm late. I love Gotham.
What'd you think of Oxygen?
I liked it.
Okay. What's that beeping?
I'm
I'm sorry, I'm backing up.
Like R2-D2.
Is that you, Scott?
No, not me.
That's me.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're in the car. You're driving.
I'm reversing into a park.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So James, tell us some things that you liked or didn't like about the episode.
You're still driving that ice cream van, Hayden. That's great.
Did you think it was great? Did you think it was great, or like you were like it was better than the previous ones that were shit?
I liked it, but that's because I'm, obviously a white supremacist, UK guy. So I enjoyed it when the blue guy said, "Oh no, we got a racist." I did laugh at that comment.
Doesn't Moffat say that in a lot of episodes?
I don't know. I don't know. I lolled at that. I enjoyed it. I just enjoyed it.
Well, it's nice to see a blue WOG for once.
Gosh.
Well, that's technically what WOG means, right? It's non-white persons, I suppose.
Oh, is that what that means? I had no idea what that means.
Yeah,
Really?
it's kind of it's a humorous sort of like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I said, the other cast, I watched something like a behind-the-scenes things after the episode, and it turns out he happens to be human, but for whatever reason, he was genetically made to look blue.
Yeah,
I saw that too, Scott. I saw that too. You were right about that.
About that the other night. That seemed just like sort of a weird aside that they didn't bother to point out.
Yeah, I know. I'm still miffed about that. I mean, people are looking at, is that an alien? Oh, it's just an alternate.
That was the cop out of building alive at the end. Like, he didn't really suppose because the suit was malfunctioning, that's why she survived. I didn't really like that. It seemed a bit cheap. And also the doctor, when we didn't get to see the scene where he goes blind, that was kind of poopy.
Why didn't you see that scene?
Hmm?
Oh, you mean when he was outside? They didn't show it. Yeah.
They didn't show it. Like, why?
We were seeing it from Bill's perspective. It was all flash time, and
Yeah, they're going to dramatic.
I'll admit that was a good part.
I like the way they did it, though. I like the way he did it. It was artistic, I think.
Well, I think they did it because they're hiding something, and there'll be something about that scene they'll go back to later, maybe.
Nah, it was just self-explanatory. He went blind to save his companion, and it is what it is. That's why they would do a traumatic thing to see him like this, and he looks up and his eyes are all white. I mean, that was the whole.
I didn't return his eyes back to white at the end of the end of the episode.
But he's still blind. Yes.
Yeah.
He
I was doing a slow thing as he was talking then.
So he was taking in the TARDIS.
I know a lot of people are loving the fluid. I loved the fluid link reference. My uncle personally hated it because he said it means that the Doctor initially lied. Well, that's not true really because the TARDIS changes over time. Like for example,
Right. It's like it upgrades, or it's like an iPhone. It just constantly keeps. You don't need it anymore.
Sonic screwdriver, yeah. Remember when he lost his sonic screwdriver in the Visitation? He couldn't get a new one. Now the Doctor can always get a new sonic screwdriver.
Pop one out of the TARDIS, yeah.
It's just changed the TARDIS. That's how I saw it. But
Yeah.
I generally enjoyed it. I like Nardole. He's cool. I remember I initially gave this episode a 9.5. So I can barely fault it. I personally enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right.
10 out of 10.
Not quite.
What did you give it?
I gave it my initial rating was 9.5, but I think I was a wee bit too generous, so I'm going to revise to 9.
Okay. All right. I guess that's going to... Oh, Daniel, did you have anything to say? Daniel? Damn those windows. All right, now.
No, wait, hold on. Yeah.
Whoa! Okay.
I love this episode. Oxygen. It was really good. It was the best one of this season. I mean, I liked all of them, but this one was definitely the best one.
10 out of 10?
So I give it a 10 out of 10.
Oh,
Nice. All right. Very good. All right, guys, that's it. Pretty soon we'll be at 1,000 episodes, so here we go. Take care.
I heard that the Doctor may stay blind for the rest of the season.
No, he's not going to stay blind.
No. He might regenerate at the end of the next episode. That's what I'm thinking.
Apparently just the monk episodes done.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Take care. Bye for now.
Ciao.